With restrictions on interchange fees and the growth and acceptance of mobile payment technologies likely to impact future revenue streams, and moves by the firm to go down market in pursuit of transaction volume, potentially diminishing the brand, how does American Express defend its moat?
Well, American Express has been pretty good at that, and particularly when Ken Chenault's been running it. It will be, all aspects of payments will be subject to lots of innovation and various modes of attack. I think that American Express is still a very special company, and like I say, Ken has done a sensational job in anticipating a lot of these trends and guiding it into different markets. As you mentioned, it's gone down into debit cards effectively and things of that sort. I think there's a lot of loyalty with American Express owned cardholders. I do think a proprietary card is worth more than a co-branded card, but I think that I probably shouldn't get into the specifics of Costco. I've got a Costco director sitting next to me. But we're very happy with American Express, but we'll be even happier if the stock goes down and the $4 or $5 billion they spend a year buying in stock buys even more shares. Charlie?
Well, I like it a little better when they have a little less competition, but that's life.
Hey, incidentally, you'll find in this 50-year history of Berkshire, American Express did wonders for us back in the 1960s, and there's a little history on there on the fact that it was an accessible stock until 1965, which nobody paid any attention until in 1963 on. But the company has an incredible history of adapting. I mean, they started out as an express company, moved trunks around and valuables around, and then the railroad came along and started doing the same thing. So they went to traveler's checks as a way to very, very handy way of moving money around the world. And then the credit card came along, Diners Club came along in the 1950s, and that threatened the traveler's check. And then they moved into the travel and entertainment card, it was called then. And the interesting thing is that Diners Club, who was first, Ralph Schneider and Al Bloomingdale, priced their card at, as I remember, $3. And they looked like they were sewing up the market. And American Express came along and did something very interesting. They priced their card, I think, at $5 and actually established a better image. I mean, people that pull out their American Express card at a dinner table, they look like J.P. Morgan, and the guy that pulled out a Diners Club card had a whole bunch of flashy things on it. He looked like a guy who was kiting his expense account or something of the sort. So you just automatically felt like a more important person with your American Express card. They have been very nimble and very smart, and particularly in recent years under Ken in terms of meeting all kinds of challenges, and I think they'll have plenty of challenges in the future, and I'm delighted we own 15% of the company.